Hi, everyone. Before we get into what I wanted to talk about today, I wanted to real quick remind you of what we talked about last week. Last week, we worked through the line in the Lord's Prayer about forgive us our trespasses. God, forgive us for the things that we've done. And we learned that He does. God forgives us. Jesus paid the price of our debt on the cross. And the big church word for that is we're justified. Another way to think about it is God looks at us just as if we never sinned because of what Jesus did. So, Lord, forgive us our trespasses. The next line is, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Oof. We're asking God to give us the strength to forgive others the way He forgives us. Now think about that for a minute. We're asking for us to look like God. We're asking God to give us the strength to forgive others the way He forgives us. Think about it the other way around. This is kind of scary. Think about what if God forgave us the way we forgive others? Oh, I'm glad it's not that way. I'm glad it's the other way around. I'm glad that God forgives us unconditionally. And I'm praying and I'm hoping that He helps us to be more and more like Him, living and loving like Jesus, forgiving others. But it's hard, isn't it? I don't always feel like forgiving others, especially when people keep doing it. I mean, how do we work through that? You've forgiven them, but they keep doing the same thing? There's got to be a line, right? There's got to be a point where you're like, I've forgiven you enough times, but at this point, it's over. But when we dig into what Jesus says in the Bible, I think He would have something to say about that. See, we look in Matthew chapter 18, and Peter comes to Jesus kind of with a similar problem that we have. Jesus, when somebody sins against me, and I forgive them, but they keep doing it, how many times am I supposed to forgive them? And Jesus goes, 70 times 7 times. 70 times 7 is 490. 490. That's basically 500 times. And what Jesus is getting at is keep forgiving them. When they do it again, keep forgiving them. And that's tough because we get hurt in the process. We want to have a point where we can just cut it off, be unforgiving to protect ourselves. But when we look at what God does to us, because remember, we're asking for the strength to forgive like He forgives. Every single time God forgives us, we turn around and sin again. We turn around and hurt Him again. We turn around and do exactly the opposite of what He asked us to do again. And He forgives us again and again and again. And it's that uncompromising, unrelenting, unconditional love and forgiveness because of what Jesus did on the cross that we use as our model to go and forgive others. It's tough. It really is. But that's what we're all working towards. Have a great week.